Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Regan Elite here. Oh, yes, I've done quite a few today, to be fair. What are we going to talk about today, guys? What's speaking my mind am I thinking? What am I speaking about this time, guys? Trains, transport. How extraordinary is it, guys, that how we can get from one side of the world to another at such a quick pace now? Gone were the days where you could simply just walk. Public transport that allows us to get to places, or cars that we drive, or the planes that we fly, or the trains that we take to get us to where we are. You know, it's quite extraordinary advancement pieces of technology that allow us to get to these places. Marvelous engineering works, to say the least, guys. And as some can be as damaging the environment as airplanes are, the fact that they allow you to get to somewhere in such a short space of time is an incredible, magnificent feat in of itself. To have the ability to go and get to places at such rapid speed is extraordinary. However, the disadvantage, obviously, of traveling by plane is the extraordinary length and time it takes for you to get through an airport, to get on that plane, to take you from one place to another. It is a pain in the backside, that is for sure, but it does allow you to travel there. Not to say that you couldn't travel there without going by plane, as it's been proved by Graham Hughes, who travels around the world without flying. But that doesn't mean to say that Mr. Hughes himself did not take the bus, or did not take a train, or ride a bike somewhere, because I'm pretty sure he did, to get around to where he needed to get. And by the park where I have, there is a a rail track. And the train line here, I use it quite often because it allows me to get to the train line here allows me. I don't use it for work. I didn't use it for work, but it allows me to get to visit certain family because it goes directly to them in a way. Not directly, I should say. I'll say it allows me to get halfway and then I can change off and whatnot. It's actually one of the more most reliable train service in the UK, believe it or not, out of all of them. It's despite the fact some of them there's obviously train strikes and whatnot going on. And just as I'm talking to you, it's starting to rain. I might have to put a hat on. I may have to stop depending on how much rain is endured, guys. So we'll see how it goes, guys. Yeah, trains are quite extraordinary, guys. They're a magnificent piece of technology and industrial, a unique invention, shall we say. You know, for it, obviously you have to have the way trains obviously work. They have to have a track to go, and it has to be in a certain thing that takes you from A to B, or goes round in a circle. And but I think about the one train I would definitely love to take in my lifetime is the bullet train in Tokyo. I think it's the bullet train in Japan, one of the fastest trains in the world. And it takes you from one side to another. Extraordinary speed, guys. If you've seen videos of it, I have seen one or two videos of it. It is extraordinarily fast. But that is the power of technology and how we have improved it over time, allowing us to get to places. You know, cars that allow us to go from A to B. A car that is considered your own car is considered your own little home, isn't it, sort of thing. You consider it, you get quite attached to your car, some people do, because it's what gets you to work or back, or is it something where you take your whole family in and gets you to where you've got to go? But it gives you more freedom as opposed to a train or a plane, because you get to drive where you want to go in that vehicle. Whereas you go by plane, you're only going to one destination, or for a train, you're only going to one destination. It's only going one way. You can't like switch or change your mind or whatever. Whereas a car, you can dictate yourself where and how you want to go. Transport's quite extraordinary things. There's been other forms of different kinds of ways of travel now. The recent, or I say recent, but scooters, electric scooters now, allowing us to travel without having to use too much of our legs. Is another way of getting around, speeding up the time. Because that's one thing that transport and these sorts of vehicles of all sorts reduces time in our lives, allows us to do more of the things that we want to do. That's what's so interesting and fascinating when I think about all these vehicles and things, like ferries and boats that allow us to go across the ocean from one side to another. Even from some of the simple basics of times of horse and carriage, it reduced the time of getting people from one place to another, instead of you having to endure and use your own energy to doing so. A simple bicycle that allows you to speed up your time. You have to put the energy in yourself, but allows you to get from one place to another. Tell me what you guys think of transportation. Let me know what you guys think about the use of it. What is it that you admire or don't admire about it? Do you have a car? Do you use train? What do you make of it? Do you fly often? Or maybe you cycle? Maybe you just walk? Do you have a preferred way of travel? I prefer to train rather than flying, because it's something that I always had a thing for trains. I just like trains. It's always been something there for me. Not to say that driving is not my thing. Well, probably it's because I don't have a driving license. That might be the reason. So that might be the reason why, guys. But I would say to each to their own on it. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments section down below. What you guys' are thoughts on transport as a plane literally is flying over as I'm talking to you. Like, share and subscribe as always, guys. Thanks for taking the time to watch, and I hope to catch you all very, very soon.